14 books were once inside the Bible, and then someone removed every single one of them. Here's what they contained. These weren't minor footnotes. Some rewrote early Genesis, others described angels the church refused to acknowledge, and one predicted a version of hell so different. It threatened everything the Vatican taught. They didn't vanish by accident. They were cut. And once you see what was inside them, you'll understand why. The removal happened slowly, starting in the 4th century and continuing for over 1,000 years. By the time the King James Bible was printed in 1611, those 14 books considered scripture for centuries, were gone. Not lost, removed. And each one disappeared for the same reason. It told a version of the story the church could not control. Take the Book of Tobit, a Jewish family in exile, a mysterious traveler who turns out to be the Archangel Raphael, an angel's walking among humans, teaching medicine, magic, and even how to bind demons. The church couldn't allow a text where angels acted freely outside official doctrine, so they cut it. But this wasn't even the strangest book they removed. In 1773, a Scottish explorer opened a sealed chest in Ethiopia and found a book the early church wanted erased. The Book of Enoch. It was explosive. It described the Watchers, 200 angels who descended to earth, married human women, and taught forbidden knowledge of weaponry, cosmetics, astrology, sorcery. Their children. The Nephilim, giants who corrupted humanity. And God's response was the flood. Here's why the church feared this book. Enoch said the angels chose to rebel. They weren't tricked, they weren't deceived. They chose. That meant angels had free will, that they could make mistakes, that the entire angelic hierarchy could be questioned. And that was only one book. Across all 14 removed books, a pattern appears. Different creation stories, different descriptions of angels, different visions of salvation, different ideas of authority. The church didn't remove them because they were false. They removed them because they were too different. Take the Book of Jubilees. It retells Genesis, but with exact dates that contradict the church timeline. It names the angels who fell and describes punishments the church never taught. The Wisdom of Solomon. It describes wisdom as a feminine spirit sent by God. Too close to goddess imagery, gone. 1st and 2nd Maccabees. They describe prayers for the dead, support for what became the doctrine of purgatory. Protestants cut them just to reject that idea. The prayer of Manasseh, a king forgiven for unforgivable sins. Too dangerous. Gone. And then comes the book they absolutely could not allow. The Apocalypse of Peter. In the 2nd century, it was read in churches alongside the Gospels. It described hell vividly, flames, torment, souls hanging by their tongues. But one line changed everything. After they have been purified, they shall be forgiven. It said hell wasn't eternal. Punishment was temporary, corrective, not forever. If hell wasn't eternal, the church's most powerful tool for obedience collapsed overnight. So they removed it, not because it was heresy, but because it was too merciful. But here's something they didn't expect. Some of these books survived anyway. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church kept all 14 and still uses them today. Greek and Slavonic churches preserved copies in monasteries. and the Dead Sea Scrolls revealed fragments thought lost forever. And now, new science, multispectral imaging, is uncovering erased text hidden under medieval parchment, revealing lines scratched out 700 years ago. The books were cut, but they didn't disappear. And out of the 14, one book wasn't just removed, it was hidden, never allowed in. And it contains a prophecy that was erased twice. Once in the original manuscript, and once by the scholars who tried to restore it. That's Lost, page number 3, and if you don't want to miss it, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because every removed page tells a story, and some stories were never meant to stay buried.